region's public transportation problem is hitting more bumps in the road.
That's right. Hampton Roads Transit is having a public meeting that is expected to start any minute now. Officials plan to discuss a year-long study that shows there's too many challenges when it comes to high-capacity transit service in the western part of the town through Old Dominion University in Ghent, connecting all the way to Norfolk Naval Base.
Now, a new study starting this fall will look at the east side of the city. Reporter Allie Weatherton explains.
The study that will look at the east section of the city will take about 2 years to complete. HRT says the ultimate goal is even if you don't live in the city of Norfolk, you will be able to ride to where you need to go. 2 studies, so far 1 not feasible, according to HRT.
I'm pretty disappointed.
HRT Transit Development Director Jamie Jackson says the west side option showing a transit system heading towards Ghent, ODU, and ending at the base has too many challenges. Some of them flooding, possibility of low ridership, having to add new bridges, and timing.
Today you may spend about 20 to 40 minutes depending on the day in traffic in your car to get to the Navy base. If you mirror that with, let's say, light rail, for the west side, it would take about 52 minutes.
The next study will focus on the east side. HRT will look at adding a high-capacity transit service like the light rail that will pass through Military Circle, Norfolk International Airport, and end at the Naval Station.
And a great opportunity to connect. You can start downtown and get to the airport to catch your flight to anywhere in America and the world. Again, we're a mobility provider. We want to provide options of choice.
The study is expected to start in September. In Norfolk, Allie Weatherton, 13 News Now.
Storms came through overnight while most of us were sleeping. Our crews found some damage across Norfolk from the heavy rain and the strong winds. It included downed trees and limbs, including a large tree branch that landed on power lines on Biltmore Road. Another big tree limb fell across Center Drive off Kempsville Road. It blocked traffic until police and the 13 News Now storm mode SUV helped pull it away. There was also flooding in typical spots in downtown. The early morning storms were a learning opportunity for James City County officials. Apparently, a severe thunderstorm warning went out through the county's alert system around 2:30 a.m. The alert went out to everyone subscribed to the county's alert system, as well as all phone numbers. The alert was canceled after it went out. County officials say they are working to make sure that non-life-threatening alerts don't go out between 10 p.m. and 6 a.m. and that they don't go out to people who are not signed up for the alert system.
College Beach weekend is the last weekend of the month. Over the years, the event has turned into a difficult balance between boosting the economy and keeping the peace. Last year, 4 people were shot. Residents are concerned about violence and crowd control. Tens of thousands of people are expected. The city says it has a plan to keep everyone safe. So it's holding a public forum this Wednesday night at the Convention Center from 6 to 8 p.m. In Norfolk, police are searching for a man accused of killing someone in the Young Terrace neighborhood. 39-year-old Mitchell Grice is charged with second-degree murder. He is considered armed and dangerous. Police say Grice killed Robert Lucas III last week. We brought you this as breaking news at 11 o'clock. Lucas was shot to death on Nicholson Street. Anyone with information should call the crime line.
Today is the Virginia Tech Day of Remembrance. On this day in 2007, a student gunman killed 32 students and faculty members. Virginia Tech tweeted this picture earlier today to honor those Hokies. Events are planned throughout the day and actually started over the weekend, including an interfaith service, a photo exhibit in the library, and a candlelight ceremony where the names of the victims were read aloud. Remembrances stretched beyond the Virginia Tech campus at the College of William and Mary. The Queen's Guard posted a wreath at the top of the sunken garden today in remembrance of those killed during the Virginia Tech mass shooting. The Queen's Guard is made up of ROTC cadets and civilians. The unit was established in 1961.
2 cemeteries in Norfolk are getting attention for their place in state history. State officials plan to dedicate 2 state historical markers at the Elmwood Cemetery and the West Point Cemetery. Both cemeteries have been around since the 1800s. Elmwood is Norfolk's second oldest municipal cemetery. West Point is the city's African-American burial place. Both cemeteries are listed as national and state historical landmarks. Well, the city council is set to vote tomorrow night on a plan to build 32 homes on Holland Swamp. But people who already live in that area of Virginia Beach are concerned the new development will increase flooding issues because the property has wetlands on it. Reporter Megan Perrier has more on the development plans.
We can't keep on building homes on swamps.
Dino Chico's house in Penn Quarter backs up to 50 acres owned by Argos Properties on the north side of Princess Anne Road and Holland Road. The development's goal is to build 32 houses there.
It will increase traffic a lot because the next project will have an entrance off of Princess Anne Road, which is going to add congestion.
According to city reports, this development would add 380 average daily trips to traffic, which is still shy of capacity. But Ed Brown says congestion isn't the only problem.
The area that the developer is requesting to rezone to residential is wetlands. It's a swamp.
But the director of Department of Planning, Barry Frankenfield, says wetlands won't be touched.
Only 15 acres are being developed, and it does not impact existing wetlands at all.
Brown says this still doesn't answer the flooding problem.
We're concerned that if the land is developed into residences, that it is going to make the flooding along Princess Anne Road even worse than it currently is.
But Frankenfield says the city was prepared for this.
The preliminary stormwater study to ensure that in a certain level of storm, which would be a 100-year storm.
And Virginia Beach City Council is set to vote on whether to make this agricultural land residential land tomorrow night. Live in Virginia Beach, Megan Perrier, 13 News Now.